Hi everyone. Thanks once again for joining me for another lesson here on my YouTube channel. My name's Paul. I think you know that. Or you should. And it's December 1st. Tuesday, December 1st. Yeah, so getting close to the end of the semester, getting close to Christmas time, and close to New Year's. So lots to look forward to. We were talking about last week about taking a trip and talking about countries and things. And one part of this that I want to do today is, and I guess our next class too, is asking directions. And that's kind of difficult to do in this situation of me making these YouTube videos, you watching. So we're gonna kind of change it a little bit. Asking directions is when you maybe you're visiting some city and you want to know where the museum is. Maybe not the museum. Okay. Restaurant. Okay. You want to eat. You want to know where some restaurant is. Maybe there's some famous place. Good example. When I went to Japan, the first time I went to Japan with my wife, we visited Osaka, and I wanted to try a Kobe steak. City of Kobe, which is very famous for having these very delicious steaks. And I heard about this place where they have a lunch special and it wasn't expensive. It was kind of difficult to find. So it would have been nice to ask somebody, but we can't speak Japanese. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, if you go someplace and you want to know how to get to it, a person might say, oh, turn left, walk for 3 blocks, and then cross the street and go right, and it's next to Dunkin' Donuts, for example, this restaurant. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to do that with these videos like this. So we're going to do a little thing that it's similar but not quite the same thing. Describing the locations of places. So if you're looking at a map, how would you describe where it is on the map? Okay, describing the locations. And there's sort of 2 things that we're going to focus on today. The first part, like if somebody asks you where something is, you might tell them what street it's on, or road, or avenue. And frequently on a map you'll see street abbreviated to ST. You'll see road as RD and avenue as AVE. That's very common, especially on a map. Or street signs. Street signs will say that. There's other ones too. Those might be the most common, and it might be enough for our purposes today. But for example, I grew up, I'm not going to tell you the names, but when I was a boy, I grew up on a way. That was a street. Instead of using street, road, or avenue, I grew up on a way. And then later, when I was in junior high school and university, I lived on a drive. So those are 2 other common ones. There's lots of them as well. Boulevard and place and muse. But yeah, we'll just use street, road, and avenue for these purposes today. More importantly is to use the prepositions of place. And the 5 that we'll kind of focus on particularly these three, are next to, between, across from, and then maybe a little bit of in front of and behind. Which when you're looking at a map can be a little bit confusing because in front of and behind are opposites. But anyway, it's okay. So what you can try to do is maybe you can follow along looking at the map on page 86 in your book. Because you all got the book, right? Hope so. So if you look at the map there, there's a hospital. Okay, so if I ask you, I better erase the board here. I ask you, where is the hospital? And, by the way, also an important thing, where is the hospital? And I think it's, everything on this map, you should actually use the definitive article. Where is the hospital? Where is the museum? Where is the post office? Where is the bookstore? Only if it has a name, or it's kind of an important place, do you not use the. So if this map has instead of hospital, if it says Naju City Hospital, Naju-si Byungwon. If it says Naju City Hospital, you don't use the. Is there a cafe? Yeah, there's a coffee shop. Well, coffee shop, a cafe. That's okay. Where is the coffee shop? Where's the cafe? If it said Starbucks, if it said Idea, if it said Chungcha you don't use the. So, just a little something there. So where is the hospital? So you can look at the map and I guess you check the street it's on. So you try to write this out going along together. So the hospital is on 3rd Street. So if you check the map, it's on 3rd Street. The hospital is on 3rd Street. So that's the first part of it, the street, road, or avenue that it's on. The hospital is on 3rd Street, and then use a preposition of place to describe where something else might be. What could we say? There's a few there. Next to the pharmacy. That's the yakuk, I think you call it in Korean. Also in English, commonly called a drugstore. Or, if you're visiting England, a chemist. The hospital is on 3rd Street next to the pharmacy. So you can see on the map there's the hospital. The pharmacy is there right next to it. Kind of looking like... Hospital's here, pharmacy's there. Right? So it's on 3rd Street next to the pharmacy. We talked about it before, and I think it's the only case we can really use on this map. Where is the coffee shop? the Café. Actually, sometimes the word coffee shop, for our purposes, just think of it as like Starbucks or something. Sometimes people will talk about a diner, kind of a cheap place for breakfast and hamburgers and stuff. Some people will call a diner a coffee shop. Don't really have diners here in Korea, which is really sad. I like diners. Diners usually have very good breakfast and nice coffee and pie and stuff like that. Yeah, I like diners. Anyway, where is the coffee shop? So first, look at the street, and in this case, it's on Hastings Avenue. Just put CS for coffee shop. The coffee shop is on Hastings Avenue. Okay? And in that case, well, on one side is the English Academy, the Hagwon, and on the other side is the library. In that case, it's between. So the coffee shop is on Hastings Avenue between the Academy and the library, the English Academy and the library. Okay? So yeah, if there's something on both sides, if there's something next to you on the right and next to you on the left, you can use between. What's another good one? Okay, so the police station. Just go through a few of these, so we can just cover everything. Where is the police station? So the police station is on First Street, right? Police station is on First Street. Now there's nothing next to it. It's between James Avenue and Main Avenue, and you can say that. You can use between. It doesn't just have to be for some other like other businesses, other places. You can use between for streets. So you could say it's on First Street between Main Avenue and James Avenue. But actually, the one I wanted to cover for this is it's on First Street across from City Hall. As I said, using the police station, the coffee shop, the library, the hospital, City Hall would be more of almost like the name for the place, like Naju City Hall. Okay, so City Hall doesn't need to have the. You don't need to say from the City Hall. So yeah, it's across from. So it's on the other side of the street. Like this. If that's the police station, there's a street here, and that's First Street. It's across from City Hall there. Across the street. Yeah, looking at this map, it's a bit hard to use behind and in front of. Often behind and in front of is good when you're at a space. So on this map, the guy is there. He's on Broadway Avenue. There's a little image of the red guy if you're looking at the map. The red image of the guy. He's close to the park, right? He's on Broadway Avenue. He's right by the park and right by the hospital. If he's looking for the post office, from where he is, you can say the post office is on James Avenue behind the bookstore. So the bookstore is closer to him, and on the other side of that is the post office. So, or if he's looking for the library, it's on Broadway Avenue behind the coffee shop. Yeah, we don't really need to cover behind it in front of too much. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about today. Which one should I pick for this? Well, it could be a lot of these, really. Let's say the bakery. Maybe like a Paris Baguette, a Tous les Jours, or maybe one of those really awesome like French bakeries. If you ever get the chance to visit Europe, yeah, go to a French bakery, even an English bakery. Really, really good. Really good stuff. Best bread you'll ever have. So where is the bakery? Again, the bakery. But if it said Tous les Jours or Paris Baguette, you just say, where is Tous les Jours? Where is the bakery? Okay. Now, in this case of this map, there's actually a few that apply here, but I'm going to sort of draw this before we go over the sentence. So, okay, if we have just my little bad drawing of the street, this in Korean is a sagori. It can be called in English a four-way or an intersection. Intersection's a very common word for it. Now the bakery on the map here is right here. Just draw a little B in there for it. Now, actually, I'm even gonna just change that a little bit so it's a bit closer. Okay. Now, it's right here. So, if we're talking about the street, road, avenue that it's on, it's actually on two. It's on a corner. As I say, a lot of places here, like the English Academy, you could say is on a corner. The steak restaurant is on a corner. But yeah, in the case of the bakery, it's on a corner. And we would say the bakery is on the corner of. It's on the corner of. And being on the corner of means you have to name both streets, avenues, roads, whatever, there. So it's on the corner of First Street and Main Avenue. That's Main Avenue. Okay. Excuse me. The bakery is on the. You can see that, okay? The bakery is on the corner of First Street and Main Avenue. So yeah, when something is on a corner, you have to say the names of two streets, not just one. Okay? So yeah, like I said, the steak restaurant on this map is on the corner of 2nd Street and Main Avenue. I think I also mentioned the English Academy, which is on the corner of 3rd Street and Hastings Avenue. Okay, so if something's on the corner, you have to say two streets. Streets, roads, avenues that it might be on. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and then, sorry, to finish that, you would also use a preposition of place to describe something else. So maybe in that case, you can say it's across from the police station. Because the road is there, across from the police station. Okay. I don't know. Should we cover some more? This map isn't the greatest for it. I'm planning to do a speaking activity for Friday, in which we will. I'm going to try to send you a scanned image or just photo of another map, and then ask you where some places are. So this is kind of a good thing to practice. So maybe what we'll do is I'll give you a little assignment as a way to practice where you can look at this map and I'll ask you where some of the places are, okay? And then on Friday, it could be maybe, I think it might be our last cacao speaking activity this Friday, in which, we'll both have these maps, and I'll ask you where some place is, where some different places are, and you can tell me using these kind of descriptions. Okay, so yeah, I want you to be able to tell me the street, avenue, road, whatever, that it's on. And sometimes streets, avenues, and roads. Sometimes if it's on a corner, it's two of them. The street it's on, and then use a preposition of place, next to, between, across from, behind, in front of. Oh, I guess one more that's around the corner. Which is more of a giving directions kind of thing. And that's not really on this map, is it? It could be kind of like behind. So, for example, if you ask where City Hall is, you can say City Hall's on First Street, around the corner from the museum. Because you have to turn a corner to get to it. Wouldn't worry about that one too much. Okay. But yeah, if you have this map, and I asked you to get the book. I mean, we haven't used the book that much. I know. I'm sorry, but if you have the map, you should be able to answer a few questions. Okay. So I guess that'll be all for now. I guess I'll see you next time on Friday. Okay. All right, well, everyone take care. Please stay safe. Try to stay warm. It's getting colder out there. And you have a nice week, everyone. Okay? All right. Bye.